Hey viewers and viewers, my name is General Red Strategist and welcome back to The Forgotten City, episode 8 now. I'm actually recording this one straight after episode 7 because I feel like I'm on a bit of a roll at the moment, block recording wise, so I'm just going to keep going for the time being. Now, I'm just on the pause screen at the moment. Hopefully, fingers crossed this time, we're finally going to go into the baths and talk to Equitia, see what it is she wants to actually show us. So let's do it, and hopefully nobody is going to pop out and distract me at the last moment. Because the last time we came in here, obviously it was to do with the bow who came out, but Galerius hopefully has dealt with him. Well, not hopefully, he has already dealt with him, so we don't need to worry about that, so this time we should be okay. We're not going to be distracted. So let's see what she's actually got to say for herself. Also, we should talk to Galerius at some point. Okay, we just got a save moment there, has something loaded in. Yeah, hopefully Galerius, we'll talk to him at some point because we need to try and convince him to stand in the election. And maybe that way it'll be like a neutral third option that people will, well, it might be more palatable to people. Wow, look at this. These bats here. God. Incredible. You know, I've been to the ruins of the bats, the Roman baths in the city of Bath here in the UK. If you've never been there, actually, it's really, really good. There's a whole museum around the baths. It's fantastic. Or at least, you know, what remains of the baths anyway. It was really, real fascinating stuff, so if you're ever in the UK in south, sort of south-westish, you can go to Bath. Definitely worth it. Whoa. Oh, look at this area. Check this place out. Okay, Equitia, what do you want to show me? Is there like a mural or something of a woman in a hood? Oh, this person was just sort of frozen gold looking into the waters. Okay. Talk to me, Equitia.
All right, you're here. You were asking how I knew the young woman you met by the river was wearing a hood. Here, look down at the bottom of the baths. It's a little hard.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's a bit dark.
If only we could see.
Oh.
Oh, what a marvellous lamp.
Oh, woman in a hood, hello.
Do you see it? Somebody waking up by a river in a forest to find a hooded figure with a coin. It's just as you described it, only your pronunciation is a little off. The name you heard wasn't Karen. It was C-H-A-R-O-N.
Charon. Charon. The ferryman, yeah.
The ferryman of the dead.
So we are in purgatory, right?
Who, in exchange for the right coin, helps the souls of the newly deceased cross the Styx, the river that separates the land of the living from the land of the dead.
When I dragged you out of the river, I thought you were never gonna wake up.
Oh.
I checked your pockets for ID, but all I found was some loose change. Feels like I've spent my whole life in a dead-end job with an endless Sorry if I sounded cagey, it's just that I don't always get the best reactions when I introduce myself. My name's Karen.
There are a bunch of old stories about the gods punishing people by making them do the same futile task over and over.
We are in the underworld, right?
At least I'm not stuck in the underworld.
People have been hypothesizing that this is all in purgatory.
I'm so sorry, my friend. I'm so sorry. I take it you know what this means.
Yeah, I do. This place is the underworld.
I'm afraid so. It's all starting to make sense.
We're all dead. Yeah.
Whose last
I mean, I'm not really surprised.
Fires toward the river. It seems none of them escaped with their lives after all. Perhaps we should be grateful they don't remember their final moments. It also tells us that the Golden Rule is the work of Pluto, the god of the underworld.
Okay.
And why his epithet has always been Father of Riches. I know it's a lot to take in, and you look as if you have questions, so I'll try to answer them if I can.
I feel like we're not really surprised by that twist. I think we saw that one coming. So, we're dead.
That was my first thought too. In the old stories, the underworld was where the souls of the deceased were taken. But it was also possible for the living to reach it without dying, if they were particularly fearless. So I'm afraid I don't know.
True. There are tales in like Greco-Roman mythology of living people entering the world of the dead without dying and coming back again. So we could still be alive. You never know, but who knows? What can you tell me about Charon?
Oh, I'm sorry. I keep forgetting you're not from here. If you were Roman, or even Greek, you would know these stories. Each of them is slightly different, whether the storyteller was Plato, Homer, Virgil, or Ovid. but they always involved the souls of the dead meeting a grim ferryman named Charon on the bank of a river. It was said that he'd help the new arrival cross, only if they could pay him with a coin, an obol. That's why it was once our custom to bury our loved ones with a coin in their mouths. Charon's obol, we called it. Of course, an obol was a kind of Greek coin.
Yeah, I was about to say
because
Charon.
we inherited this
Technically, it's
knowledge
from Greek mythology, but obviously Roman mythology does derive a lot from Greek. Why didn't you all recognise Charon immediately? Probably because she appears in different guises, I would imagine.
To be fair, the ferryman isn't exactly as the poet
Yeah, okay,
described.
figured that
And
one.
he, she, they seem to appear to different people in different guises. You say you saw a young woman named Karen with a hood.
Who did you see?
And I once heard Kabash mention a stranger in a ram headdress named Kerti. And Rufius described meeting a stranger named Kumut Tabal wearing an eagle headdress. But whatever form this stranger took, they were always wearing a hood of some sort, and their name always began with a K sound. I suspect the only way you'll solve this riddle is if your paths cross again.
Okay, why are there so few people in the underworld?
Good question. Let's see. In the stories, Charon would always require a coin as payment for passage across the river, but that never made any sense to me. What does an ancient immortal being
True.
need with coins?
That's a good question.
In our case, it seems Charon didn't take the coins we had. He or she merely checked we had one in our possession. So, maybe there's something
That
special
shrug
about
animation.
the coins each of us had on us. That might explain why we wound up here, but so many others did not.
Were you trying to keep this from me?
No. I mean, I had my suspicions, especially after Livia's ramblings, but I would never have figured it out without your help. I promise you.
That's all the questions I had, I guess, yeah. Yeah, I don't think Equitia is one who breaks the golden
Now
rule.
that we know
I don't
where we
think
are,
so.
We have to figure out what to do about it, if we don't want to be cast into gold for eternity. We don't have much to go on, except the old stories. I remember 4 in particular about heroes in the underworld.
Hit me. Orpheus?
Hercules,
Yeah.
the demigod and son of Jupiter. Orpheus, a Thracian poet. Sisyphus, a king of Ephyra. And Aeneas, a Trojan hero. Hercules was able to leave the underworld because he cowed its god with his strength. Sisyphus and Orpheus both relied on their wits instead. They persuaded the goddess of the underworld, Proserpina, to help them escape. And finally, Aeneas was able to escape with the help of a spirit guide, who led him through a secret gate. So it seems you have 2 options: to confront the god of the underworld head-on, or find a way to escape with the help of Proserpina or some other guide.
Well, I don't think we can escape the way we came in, but sure, we'll ask. That's an interesting question, though. You don't seem to refer to Pluto by his name.
It's a reasonable question, but the problem is, this place is fairly well designed to keep us here. There's no way to climb up the shaft. And even if you could build a ladder big enough, just trying it would break the golden rule. We know that, thanks to the writings left behind by those who've tried.
Let's ask about why she's not calling Pluto by his name.
All Romans try to avoid saying it, and the reason is quite simple. He might hear us. You may refer to him as Pluto, if you wish, but you'll only be calling attention to yourself. Do so at your own peril.
Sorry, I'm just sipping some tea in the background. Tell me more about confronting Pluto head-on.
Is everyone so blunt where you're from? That option would be the boldest, but also the only way to learn the truth about the Golden Rule, and maybe even put an end to it. As I said, Hercules managed to overpower the god of the underworld, but he was a demigod.
True, true.
Forgive my candor, but you are no Hercules.
Indeed. I just had a thought. I was just thinking about something in my head. Hercules couldn't manipulate time or turn organic matter into gold. I have a few tricks up my sleeve.
Are you telling me that you can? I won't pretend to understand exactly what that means, but if that's true, then perhaps you stand a chance. So, if you want to confront him, I'll help you as much as I can. Who knows?
I may have just set myself on a quest line here that could be bad, I don't know.
But first, you'd need an audience with you-know-who, and for that, you'll need to enter the Great Temple.
Yes, the Great Temple. Nobody knows which god it's for.
The door has
It's
been
for Pluto.
sealed shut for as long as I've lived here, and there doesn't even seem to be a keyhole. I suspect the answer lies in the desecrated obelisk in front of it. I'm not sure if you noticed, but there are 4 plaques missing from its place. It looks as though somebody, or a series of somebodies, forcibly removed them, and in doing so, dishonoured and angered our divine.
I think we've seen one of those plaques, haven't we? A fish one, maybe.
4 of those missing plaques. I imagine he might be willing to receive an audience again.
What can you tell me about the
It's
obelisk?
a towering stone monument with 4 sides and a pyramid-shaped head that stands before the Great Temple, a dedication to the god of this place. You'll find them all over Rome, but of course they were looted from Egypt many years ago. It seems one of them made its way here too, although how is a mystery. However, this one is unusual in that each of the 4 sides is decorated in a different style. Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and another I don't recognize. That means you'll need to recover 4 different plaques. Roman, Greek, Egyptian, and a 4th, a mystery plaque.
Okay. Okay, ask Equitia about the location of each of the missing plaques. Where to find the Roman one, then?
Good question. To answer that, we first need to ask who would have defaced the obelisk in the first place.
Oh,
It would have
ask
had the god's
Malleolus.
name engraved into it, so it may be that whoever desecrated it wanted that name to be forgotten. And there's only one group of people I know of who might want to do that. There's a cult in Rome that often argues
Octavia.
there's only one true god. Theirs, of course. They've been known to start fires, as well as deface religious monuments whose existence challenged their beliefs. If I were you, I'd go looking for them. Of course, they've all been in hiding
Octavia?
since the fire
It's gotta be
last year,
Octavia,
so
right?
finding them won't be easy. But I did hear a rumor they have a secret shrine somewhere in the city. Perhaps, if you
The
could
fish
find
one,
that,
right?
you might be able to recover the Roman plaque.
Because the fish is definitely like a symbol of Christianity, isn't it? They've got to be talking about... I know where they mean, I think. And obviously it's got to be Octavia. Where to find the Greek one?
I don't know. But perhaps you should begin your search with the local Greek fellow, Georgius. His store is in the forum.
It also says ask Julie about it, which we might want to do. Egyptian?
Perhaps Kabash, our Egyptian resident, will be able to tell us. Unfortunately, he disappeared weeks ago. But I did hear Aurelia is peddling rumors about him at the tavern, so perhaps you could talk to her. Or
Yeah,
just take a
bollocks,
look
have to
in
talk
his
to
room.
Grifter Aurelia again. Where to find the mystery?
I'm afraid you're on your own
Black.
with that one. But perhaps finding the other 3 will illuminate
Holy
the
shit,
way.
we're getting lots of objectives now from this. Okay, Timber skipping with the help of Proserpina or a guide.
As I mentioned, both Orpheus and Sisyphus were said to have persuaded Proserpina to help them escape, and Aeneas was guided to the exit. The problem is, those are the stories of a poet, a self-aggrandizing king, and a brawler about their own heroic deeds, so they should be taken with a grain of salt. First, Proserpina. What we do know about her is, well, it's a grim...
Looks like this
tale.
whole episode is going to be me talking to
Said
Equitia in the
god of
baths.
the underworld abducted and dragged her here against her will, forcing her
Basically,
into
the
marriage.
Greek equivalent of Proserpina was Persephone. Yeah, and of course, obviously, Hades was the Greek equivalent of Pluto. That's horrible, so she might be willing to work against him to help us. Yeah, she might be willing to work against him.
If the stories are true, then I suppose so.
Interesting.
The problem is, how do we communicate with her without being noticed by her captor? Leaving that aside for a moment, there is also the possibility of a spirit guide. I
Yes,
suppose you've come across one of
the
those in
whispering
your
voice. I hear the female statues whispering to me every now and then.
travels. Truly? And you're only bringing this up now? Then again, I suppose you were worried I'd think you were as mad as Navia. Can you tell me more? Is it the same voice? What kinds of thing does it say?
It's always the same voice, and she's helpful if a little cryptic.
Fascinating. Perhaps she's a benevolent spirit. Or perhaps... Perhaps you're hearing the voice of Proserpina herself. If she has indeed been abducted, it would make sense for her to speak in cryptic whispers to avoid detection. Tell me, has she told you anything that might lead you to the way out?
Perhaps she said, wade against the current and her tears run through the city and she weeps where the water flows. Yes, we have heard that.
That is strange. There are no rivers here. Let me think on that.
I was really hoping you could tell me what it meant. Well, I don't want to badger, but okay.
Well, as far as I can tell, water flows into the city from an aqueduct into one of two cisterns, the upper cistern. If that's the current she's talking about, then perhaps you need to get into the upper cistern somehow.
Oh, that's where Dooley comes in.
I recall wondering what was in there, but the door at the back of the great temple is locked up tight. You might be able to get a key from the magistrate, but if that doesn't work, perhaps you can find another way in. Let me know if you find anything in there.
Okay, ready to get started.
I would suggest not discussing this with anyone. The best we can do for them is to let them remain oblivious for as long as possible.
I'm happy with that, Equitia.
As for Livia, it seems she's been shouldering the weight of this terrible secret all this time. Perhaps it would comfort her to know she's not alone.
Have a chat with Livia. I'll start looking for the Roman plaque. Okay, right. We could go and have a chat with Livia, but I don't want to be near Aurelia, though, to be honest. Yeah, so it'll prioritise new quest showing its objective markers only. I mean, we could. We know where she is. Sure.
In any case, time is of the essence, so you'd best begin. May Fortuna guide you. Although you may not need her with Proserpina on your side.
Okay. Well, it was a nice big conversation, but we did learn a lot there. Very interesting. Yes. You know, it's actually quite helpful playing this game, because at the moment, I'm also reading a book.
That's quite an impressive bow you have there. Quite Diana's.
Don't say anything more about that, Equitia, please. Ask no questions, I'll tell you no lies. Yeah, it's interesting because at the same time as I'm playing this, I'm also reading a book about Greek and Roman mythology. Hence, you know, the references I was able to make to things like Persephone, stuff like that. Orpheus as well, of course, I mentioned a moment ago. He was the one in the story about who descended into the underworld, I think, to find his lover. But the rule was, whilst leading her out of the underworld, he was not allowed to look back at her. But of course, it's a tragedy, it's a Greek tragedy, so what does he do? He can't help himself. Just as he reaches the entrance of the underworld, he looks back to check that she's still following him. And of course, something goes wrong. Oh, you're hiding in there with Dooley, are you? Interesting. Right, Livia. Oh, is that you, Galerius? Oh, Galerius, what are you doing? Let's chat.
Salve again, friend. I went and did as you asked.
This is the same as before.
How is it?
I'm reliving the same day over and over again.
You're...
This will be the same. Sisyphus. Yeah, I know.
He was forced... Tantalus... Oh.
We've seen this. Yeah, at least there's that. We don't want to lie. Go on.
Anyway, I don't know which god you managed to upset to get... So, I'll tell you what.
That's the same. You're a good man.
Oh, that's kind of you to say. Now, I'm going to keep your secret. Although... Oh, and if our conversation...
That's the same as before. Can we... you know what? I'm not going to get distracted. We're going to talk to Livia. We've said we're going to do that. Focus on the objective, Red. I get sidetracked so easily in this game. Let's try and be focused. Just focus on what Equitia has instructed us to do. And we'll see, alright? As long as friggin' What's-Her-Face doesn't overhear, Aurelia, we'll be fine. Oh. Well. Sure, I'll have some of that. There we go. Lovely. Right, moving on. Yep, I know about the priestess, don't you worry. Talked to her many, many times before. Oh. Note from Livia. Cryptic, almost poetic rambling. I haven't seen this. The place is called Accursed. Here, Titios offers up his innards to be torn, stretched out over 9 fields. You, Tantalus, cannot catch the drops of water, and the tree you grasp at eludes you. You, Sisyphus, attack or pursue the stone that always returns. Ixion turns and follows after himself and flees, and the 49 belly days who dared to plot the destruction of their cousins, their husbands, fetch again, with incessant labour, the water they have lost. Yeah, that's what she was rambling about before. Okay. Where is the path to get to... What's her face? Oh, weird how that glows. There we go, that's better. So we've been in there, haven't we? Have we been in there? Have we just in this one before? Yeah, we were, because there's no items. Alright, this way. Aha! This looks more promising. Alright, put that away, please. There you go. God, it's so dark down here. It's weird how the bow actually does kind of glow a bit. Aurelia,
Tantalus,
don't listen to what we're about to say.
And the tree you grasp at, just as the ocean.
Yeah, we've heard you. I figured it out. I know where we are.
Say it. Speak its name.
The underworld.
Then it is true. I was right.
I wonder if we get something out of this. You were.
I thought I saw it, but when the rest of them could not, I kept thinking I must have gone insane. I had to tell myself it was true over and over again, until I wasn't sure if I was deceiving myself. I must apologize if my words seemed cryptic. I'd found comfort in reciting the Metamorphoses by our great poet Ovid. He gives such an uncanny description of this place. I cannot help but wonder if he himself came here. Would you like to hear it?
Yeah. I just realised I have to be somewhere, sure.
I will do my best to remember the relevant verse. There is a downward path, gloomy with fatal yew trees.
I mean, she said this before, didn't she?
It leads through dumb silence to the infernal regions. The sluggish Styx exhales vapor, and by that way, the shadows of the newly dead
Styx,
descend,
of course, is the river, at the
entombed
boundary of the
with full
underworld,
rites, and the ghosts
which
of those
the
at
dead have to
last
pass over,
given proper burial.
where the ferryman,
The wide,
Charon,
thorny waste
resides.
is cold and pallid, and the newly arrived shades are ignorant of the road that leads to the Stygian city, where Black Dis has his cruel palace. As the ocean accepts the rivers of all the world, so this place accepts all the souls, and is never too small for any populace, nor notices the crowds that come. There the bloodless shadows wander without flesh or bone. Some crowd the forum, some the house of the ruler of the depths. Others follow their trades, imitating their previous lives. And still others incur punishment. I hope I have done it justice, and now we share a secret. It's as if you've lifted a great burden from my shoulders. Thank you, friend. I think I should
I
rest.
just noticed the mouse cursor was over her head. Alright, well, we've done that. I may as well check. Does she know anything else?
Friend, you have given me hope. May you follow in the footsteps of Hercules and return to the light of day.
Oh, okay, I guess that's everything that she has to say. Alright, is it getting evening out here? It looks like it's getting evening, which means probably bad stuff's about to happen. Is it worth me sort of being out here in the meantime? Oh, what's this here? Well, you've blocked that up. Oh, wait a minute. Can I... let me through. Please let me go through. Okay, never mind, don't then. Alright. Oop, just gonna pull that out. Oh, Galerius, old boy, there you are. Just came down from there. Can we convince him to stand in the election?
Salve again, my Sisyphean friend. Now, what's on your mind?
Ever thought about running for magistrate yourself?
I've bounced the idea around once or twice, mainly as a way of getting Dooley set free. God knows Sentius is never going to do it.
Well, I think we do need him
But
free.
from what I hear, Malleolus has the election stitched up. Nobody's going to take him on and win. And maybe that's not such a bad thing. I mean, he talks a lot about freedom, so I'm hoping if he's elected...
who's behind us?
Dooley from his cell.
I trust.
That's good enough for me.
Horatius. If Malleus runs, he's going to break the golden rule and kill us all.
And how could you... Oh, wait. You've seen it in another time loop, haven't you?
He gets what's going
In that
on.
case, we need to find a way to make sure Malleolus loses. Better yet, get him to withdraw altogether. If you can do that, and Sentius is the only candidate left, I'll run against him. Deal?
Okay, alright. Oh, there were other options before, but it's not giving me any of them.
Friend. Hope you find a way to break that cycle you're in.
Okay, interesting. Right, so we got him saying he will help. Right, main goals, point of origin, that's that one, creating the time paradox. Golden rule, yeah, we know about that one, Herculean task, this is collecting all 4 stolen plaques. I need to figure out, there we go. So now we've put the thingy bobbers on. I need to remember how to reveal the bloody thingy bobbers. Ooh, where? Jesus, frame rate. Oh, we're just back here again. Right. Well, one of the fish plaques was, of course, in the impoverished area. Yeah, it's definitely getting evening. I feel like at some point the golden rule is going to get broken.
Don't you just love springtime?
Yeah, it's not too bad, is it? Right, I need to find my way back through here to wherever it was, where the thingy bob was located. Was it upstairs or was it downstairs? I can't recall. I know it is, don't you worry, old girl. That's that over there. Where did this one go? I'm sure it was upstairs somewhere. Aha! It's here. Right, loaf of bread. That's stone disc. Yeah, that's got to be the one, though, right? Is it not letting me look at it? Okay. That's a lock, so maybe it's actually in there. Oh. Who are... Octavia! I see you in there. Lady. Wooden carving of the fish. God dang it. Can I get her attention? Oi. Hey. Oi. You in there. Oi. Hey. Oi. 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 Octavia. 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 Over here. Oi. Oi. Hey, hey, hey. Hey. Oi, hey, 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 hey. Octavia. 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 Almost like the door. Octavia. Octavia. Get around here. And look at you see the bus. What am I doing? What the fuck am I doing with my life? Don't get the bow out. Listen, can you not hear that? Octavia! 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 Fine, be that way. God, that sound it makes. Maybe look at the door, eh? Loaf of bread. I don't want to steal that. That's going to be bad. She got a fucking key? Like knocking around anywhere? I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I need to go to the temple on the hill then. Oh, bloody hell, it's so dark. Maybe that's the thing here. I have to go to the temple on the hill. And, maybe then we'll find something up there. She's just down there in that shrine, just doing her own thing. And I need to find my way out of here. This place is a fucking labyrinth, isn't it? Wait, where's this gun go? Hello? Have you been here before? I can, don't you worry. Don't you... Ooh. Wait a minute. There we go. Oh, shit. Inspect. Just that. Oh, what? 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 What have I found? Oh. Aha, bitch! I got exactly the way in. Dang, son. I'm in. Well, have you got a cage? I'm just going to take this Pluto Father of Riches. Thank you. There's another fish carving. Do we want to disturb her? Or is that going to be a problem? Well, we got that at least. If I fire my bow, she's probably going to hear, right? Do you want to disturb her? I don't know. Hey, what happened there? I don't know. Let me up. Let me up and out, please. Wow, she didn't hear shit. Well, the perfect crime, ladies and gentlemen. She heard nothing. Yeah. Oh god, don't hurt yourself. There we are. Right, I'm going to keep hold of the plaque though for now. Because I feel like if I use it somewhere, and then the golden rule gets triggered, it's going to be a problem. So, we need to leave this place. Should probably start moving our way, actually back towards the start, because surely it's going to be evening at some point. Goddamn frame rate. If you could be reasonable, please. That would be very, very nice. So we've got the Roman plaque. That's fantastic. Ooh. Hello, hello, hello. Are people hiding anything in here? I'll take those denarius. Thank you very much. 167. Surely must have over 1,000 of them now at this point, right? They're probably judging me silently, aren't they? They're like, look at him taking all our money. What a bastard. What a bastard. Alright. Okie doke, what time is it? No, we've still got time yet. We're doing alright, Ooh. Translate. Don't see anything, don't hurt anyone, don't. Whoever wrote this didn't get a chance to finish, evidently. Of course. Right, Greek plaque. Talk to Georgius, as he might know. I think we've still got a bit of time yet. Oh, God. If the frame rate, once again, doesn't fuck up, we should be alright. Georgius, I have questions for you. There you are.
A fellow traveler from a faraway land.
What do you know about a plaque?
Greetings. I'm Georgius.
Yeah, I know.
My friend, your word.
Do you know where I might find a Greek plaque?
And in a city full of Romans, you are asking me? Because I am Greek. Let me tell you
Just
something
assume,
about
why don't you, you
Greeks and
bastard?
Romans.
You see what he's saying?
My name is Georgios, yes. But the Romans, they do not care. They hear me say Georgios, and they think, ah, he must mean Georgius. Good Roman name. They do this all the time. They see us worshipping Zeus, they copy us, but call him Jupiter. They take Hades and call him Pluto, Persephone, Proserpine.
There you go,
I am
Persephone.
flattered that they copy our ideas, but why must they change the names? Do they want credit for making it all up? Do they want to forget where it came from? At first, I pull my hair out. After a while, I give up, and I become Georgius the Roman. I accept the world is Roman now. Plus, I have no hair left to pull.
Well, you got your eyebrows, you can
My
pull
point
those.
is this. If you want to know who stole an old Greek name, look no further than the sticky-fingered Romans. The plaque you seek was pilfered from a collection of old Greek relics by none other than Douli.
Oh.
He cannot help it. Like a typical Roman, he likes shiny things, especially those that once belonged to my people. And besides, it makes him happy. So I say, let him keep it. I believe he still has it with him, in his cell, just opposite the Temple of Demeter.
Thank you.
I hope that our paths cross again soon, my friend.
But do we have to get Dooley free first before he'll give it to us? That's the question, isn't it? So he was over here. That's Temple of Demeter. You in here, buddy? You got
Hello?
that? Oh, God.
Hello. Have we met before?
He'll probably say yes. I mean, he probably will say, we could probably just say yes and he would know. About that Greek plaque in your cell.
Do you like it? It's shiny, innit? It makes me happy just looking at it.
So I'm guessing the reason it didn't trigger when he took it, the golden rule that is, when Dooley took this plaque, maybe it's because Georgius was like, let him have it. So he didn't consider it theft. May I please have it?
But if I gave it to you, then I wouldn't have it anymore, and I'd be sad.
I need it for something really important. Alright, what's it going to take for you to give it to me? Need it for something really important?
But it's mine, and I really like it. I want to keep it.
Okay, fine. What do you want? Do you want to be let out?
Well, if you get me out of here, then I wouldn't need it anymore because I'd already be happy. Then you could have it, and you'd be happy too.
Let me talk to the magistrate about getting you out.
Hilarious
Yeah,
already.
we've seen that.
Like,
Yeah. All I need to do is persuade everyone to vote for Galerius.
yeah, Galerius will let me out. Then you can have my plaque, and everyone will be happy.
Right, do we not talk to him about any of these things then? Do you know a way out?
You're going to let me out of here?
Oh, god dang it. He thinks this. Right. Actually, if you know a way out of here, I think he's possibly not going to understand, but...
Please. I hate it here. It makes me very sad.
Yeah, you look sad indeed. Never mind. What do you think about the golden rule?
Go.
Oh, god dang it. He doesn't get the golden rule, we should have figured. Let's talk about your treasure.
My friend Hannibal used to look after me.
Oh wait, we've already seen this, haven't
He
we?
said he gave me this key. All I remember is he said something about this. Now nobody looks.
Yeah, fair enough. I'll be going.
Bye-bye.
Okay, so obviously we're going to have to let him out in order to get the Greek plaque. Makes sense. Should have anticipated that one coming now, shouldn't we? It's definitely getting late in game. Oh god, everyone's moving, aren't they?
Greetings and salutations.
It looks like they're all going to the friggin' amphitheatre, aren't they? Interesting. Maybe I should hang around here. But where's... where is everybody? That's the question. I'm not going to go to the amphitheatre. I'm going to just let things play out.
Shiny.
Fabio, you're still there. Okay. Equitia is here.
Isn't the great temple majestic?
Sorry, I just accidentally pressed E on you.
Survey again. Did you find what you need?
Can I ask you some questions about escaping the underworld?
Certainly.
Actually, she's not going over to the thing, though, is she? So maybe it's not time for the election yet.
Fortuna guide you.
That's alright, she's got nothing new to say. Well, she'll call, won't she, when it's time for everyone to go to the election grounds. Alright. We've got to talk to Sentius and try and release Dooley. Oh, Jesus Christ, the frame rate. Good lord, what was that? You here, old boy?
I hope you have a good reason for flouting my weapons ban. We're finally alone. I assume you already know who I am. May I know your name?
Professor, we've had this conversation before.
We have? Wait,
This is the same,
I
yeah.
must have entrusted you. Is that about right?
Couldn't stop it from being broken. We've had this conversation too. I'm in a hurry.
Look, it's unfortunate. I assume you've sought...
Yes. May I have the key to the upper cistern? I'd like you to release Dooley.
You mean Duilius? Releasing him is out of the question, I'm afraid. That man is a liability we simply cannot afford. Perhaps you're not aware he was caught multiple times, sneaking around in places he should not have been.
What if I was to accompany him everywhere, basically? What exactly did he do?
Look, I can see where you're going with this. You think me cruel. I assure you that is not the case. You may not be aware of this, but it was not so long ago, during the Republic, the law of the 12 Tables would have required that he be killed as soon as he was born, owing to his deformities.
Ugh.
Here we see to it that he has food, water and shelter, and most importantly, he is able to continue living. A privilege that would be taken away from all of us were he to be released and commit the crime of trespass.
He's not going to give me the
The
key.
man has no self-discipline, poor comprehension of what is going on around him, and is an incorrigible rule breaker. I will not jeopardize the lives of my people so that one man can go free. Now, was there something else?
Will he give the key to the upper cistern? I don't think he will.
I think it's best if I hang on to it.
Oh, god dang it. Why is that, though?
You mean to ask, why am I unwilling to trust a newly arrived
Okay, you know what?
non-citizen
That's a
with
fair
access
point.
to our water supply, the lifeblood of this city? I'm sorry, but that is simply out of the question.
Fair enough. Guess I have to fight. Yeah, I think this is going to antagonise him a lot. Fair enough. Okay, we asked him. That means we just need to find another way then. Is it going to give me a... Yes, find a creative way into the upper cistern.
Thank you. I'll be waiting here
The
for
plaques, basically, I guess. Alright, well, I think we've done a decent amount of time there by the looks of it, looking at my clock. So I think, in the next episode, we are going to continue on. We're going to try and get these plaques. So we basically need to get Dooley out. That's what we need to do. We need to find the key, unlock his cell, let him out. Galerius will then stand in the election. And then we can get the Greek plaque. The Egyptian plaque, of course, is from Kabash. We have to speak to Aurelia about that one, which is going to be lovely since she's an absolute frigging grifter. So maybe... Oh, right, look at it, it's just dark because I've got into an underground area. I was saying I thought it was going night time then. I'm just going to preemptively position myself over here, though, in case the Golden Rule triggers again very soon. And then we have to just figure out the mystery one, whatever that one's about. So it says, basically, we might find out more about that one once we get the other plaques. So we'll have to concentrate on the Greek and the Egyptian ones for the time being. So next episode we could probably just go to Aurelia since he's right in there and maybe have a go at finding this Egyptian one. Well, it said maybe in Kabash's room, so if we figure out which one was Kabash's place, then maybe we'll be able to find it, I don't know. So yeah, but we'll continue on with it next time, ladies and gentlemen. Facebook and links down below, along with a link to my propagandist channel for anyone interested. If you enjoyed, a like is of course always appreciated. But other than that, I'm signing off now. Guess from my tea coming up my throat. Goodbye, everybody. I guess it's only certain buildings that you can actually go into. I think number 9 I've actually been into there. That's number 3. Hold on. Number 9. Oh, okay, wait, hold on. I think it was this way. So there's number 4 there, and I think number 9 you sort of went to a little bit of an alleyway. That's where you needed to be. Right, so we should be able to... Oh, here we are, number 9. Robot over there, we're just going to let him do his thing. So we went to floor 11, and that was where we saw that door that was all duct taped up. We also wanted to go to floor 13 as well, so I don't think we went over there, did we? Alright. Man, I feel like we're going to be here on this island for a good few episodes. Alright, so where was the door that was all taped up? It was in this one, wasn't it? Or was it? Oh yeah, it was in this one. Okay, right. Macheting out. Let's do this. See what the deal is.